And we are live. I think that everything is working. I've got some people in the background in the lobby. Can you guys hear me? Okay, just give a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right. Um, Hoping that. All right, perfect. The audio is good. Okay, so I'm allowing some time for everybody to get into the live stream. I had a last minute move of all of the computers and stuff to make sure we did in another room now. There might be some background noise. There might be some activity. I'm doing this at a friend's house, so I have no control over the environment. That's on me. So if you could just ignore that, that'd be great. I've got some assistance here, which is fantastic. So thank you to everybody coming in. So a little bit of housekeeping for this live stream. This is an open forum for all of you. I'm going to be bringing you guys in one at a time to have a conversation. We might do a panel. I don't know. I don't want this to get very chaotic. But if everybody could just be kind of respectful of everybody on the panel, if we do that, that'd be great. So in order to join this live stream, I did a live stream way back in the day. I had a special guest on, and we opened it to people that were watching the stream to come in and talk to us. And it sounded good on paper until somebody that we brought on immediately switch their camera to their bathroom. So I got to make sure that anybody who is going to be on is actually one of us. So what I'm asking for that is, if you are in the lobby, in the waiting room, you should see a section for comments on the right-hand side, and you should see a section for private chat. The private chat is exclusively for inside this lobby. Okay, so nobody's going to see all that stuff. If you want to leave a comment that everybody sees, you can leave it in the comments section. But in the private chat, if you could just provide the email that you used for your Kickstarter, our admins will look in the background. They'll do a verification really quickly, and that'll give you the green light to jump in. So that's what that is for. Now, I will be engaging with comments. If you, because again, even if you can't make it onto the panel, if you don't have a microphone, don't have a camera, what have you, we'll still be talking to you. So you can leave that in the comments section. And so we might have a situation like this where a Facebook user says, hey, appreciate your hard work you and your team are doing on #HighNoon. And thank you so much, Facebook user. We greatly appreciate that. That said, there are steps to create an engagement profile where I would actually know who you are without actually going back and looking at whichever stream this is on. I'm not looking at YouTube. I'm not looking at Facebook. I'm looking at the back end. So I don't know who you are until after the stream, when I have a chance to go look. And unfortunately, I don't have a spare monitor right now to work twice on all that stuff. So if you could, guys, please follow those steps to get an identifier. Otherwise, hey, maybe you don't need one. Maybe being anonymous is cool, and that's totally fine with me. But if you want your name showing up there, you'll have to follow some steps for that. Okay, so that is the housekeeping of this. Beyond that, let's keep it family friendly. This again, open forum. Say whatever you'd like. If you are upset with me, unload. I'm here for that. I'm here to get beat up today. But that said, if you could just keep the language to a PG friendly or PG-13 at the most, that'd be great. All right, so there's a couple things I want to talk about before we have the open forum, and I will keep this brief, but I do want to discuss some things to set some records straight. So when we're talking about the High Noon team, I want to introduce you to the High Noon team today, so that you get to meet everybody who is involved in the creation of the project. I'm not talking about the artists. I'm not talking about the factory or the talented vendors. They're great. I'm talking about the managerial team that ensures that this project is is fulfilled is, the pieces are created properly, the packaging is created properly, the taxes are paid on the company. If we do an event, how is that all orchestrated? So I want to introduce you to that team, because that's going to give you a lot of context as to what's been happening with this project from its beginning to where we are today. So without further ado, here's the team right here. Me. I'm the guy. So this is very much a one-man operation. That's not to say there aren't people who aren't helping a great deal. I have my fiance Olivia across the table. She's running admin for me and moderating the chat. I could not do this without her. When we do the events at the retail shows, and when we go on these trips to the various conventions, I have a team that helps me there, that shows up and does demos with people. And that is, I could not do those events without them. That's my friends and my family. And many of you might know Jason. He's helped with balance testing as well. Every posse that we introduce, we play test rigorously, and without Jason's magnificent, beautiful brain and data scientistry or whatever, I wouldn't be able to make that possible. So they exist, they are there, they are very much relevant. But when it comes to the logistics of everything that has happened, I'm it. There used to be an administrative team. There used to be roles that were filled by various members of a board of directors. That went away. That dissolved pretty quickly after the fallout of the very first Kickstarter that was discontinued. So once that happened, a lot of people quit. They quit abruptly. There was differences of opinion, creative differences, operational differences, but suffice to say, they stopped. They were no longer there. So I'm the guy, and I'm not saying that to toot my own horn in the slightest. That is not what this stream is about. If anything, it's about where do you direct your ire toward anything in this project, whether it's communication, whether it's the timeline of everything. It's me, and I take responsibility for that. Whether it's a failure of leadership, whether it's the way that I conducted myself behind the scenes, what have you. The buck stops with me. And so I wanted to start this stream by saying that there will be no excuses for any failures, any falling short of any expectations. I'm responsible for all that. And so I just wanted to issue a heartfelt apology for any failure to meet your expectations. I know you guys have been very, very patient. You've waited way too long for everything to come through, and I'm acknowledging that, and I'm taking full responsibility for that. I should have toured the factory. Babe, could you hit the light for me over there? Thank you. I should have toured the factory before we even went into production, before we even launched the Kickstarter. I should have gone over. I used to go to China every year for a month. So Lord knows I had the opportunity. I could have done it. And I didn't. I trusted this factory. I'd met them at other trade shows. I met them at multiple trade shows. And it's not to say I shouldn't have trusted them. They're a fantastic factory. They have gone above and beyond to make this game possible. Again, they are critical for this whole endeavor. But I should have gone there to see what their true capabilities were, to meet my expectations, the things that I was advertising, okay, that then you went on to expect. I should have confirmed with them that they could meet those things, and I didn't do that. And again, that's on me. I should have planned more conservatively. I should have, at the start of the whole campaign, I should not have been so arrogant as to presume that we could do all this stuff in this timeline. Things take time, and I know that I saw a lot of. I know that I've seen them. I know that you've seen them. They've been referenced, these other campaigns, these Kickstarter campaigns, massive campaigns that have been able to produce and deliver in a timeline that even if they're late, they weren't this late. And I think at least some of that has to do with their planning. Maybe they had, I don't know what the background of what they had going on, but stands to reason, now knowing what I know, they probably had a lot more completed and ready to go before saying, hey, guys, we can do this if you give us your money. I thought that we could do that, and that's on me. I should have waited until everything was perfect. When we launched the first Kickstarter, if you look at that Kickstarter, you compare it to the Kickstarter that we launched, there was a lot of things that happened, like the quality levels. You can look at side by side what the old artwork looked like, and it is night and day. Even to the point of the game tiles in the starter set versus the game tiles in the expansions. There was a point in time where I was just like, it's good enough. This works. It's compatible with Dungeons and Dragons stuff. You look at the TSR things. Look at the things that Dungeons and Dragons puts out, or whatever Wizards of the Coast put out at the time, and it was like it's good enough for that. I mean, I was looking at my old when I was thinking about what passed muster for me in quality in the artwork. I was thinking old school because I'm an old school gamer. So I would look at old campaign books and old maps from Gygax or from who's the guy that does the Temple of Elemental Evil, Monty Cook, that guy, that madman. I looked at their maps and the quality of that. I was like, this is better than that, so it should be good enough. And it's not good enough. At the moment I got the starter set on the table, I didn't like what I had, and deep down I knew it. Even when I was saying it was good enough, I knew that it was not. And so I should have waited even then. I should have waited until all the artwork was totally pure and perfect before I even launched, because that has led to some delays. And again, that's on me. I should have communicated, and this is more recently, the packaging. I did an update on this. It was a video update in the Kickstarter campaign, but I did, I was explaining that the factory finished the packing of all the games so I could ship them out, so I could get them to you guys. And lo and behold, they were packed in such a way that there were so many items, so many SKUs in one box, like one expansion, like the Jenkins Brothers. The Jenkins Brothers case count was 64. There was no way a new retailer or a small retailer or somebody who had never heard of High Noon was going to be able to justify purchasing a 64 count case of the Jenkins Brothers at that price. And I shouldn't expect them to. And what I was thinking at the time was, well, the starter sets came in at a box of 6. So why wouldn't these other games come in at, smaller counts? And that it wasn't that obvious. And it's not even an obvious thing. At the end of the day, I should have told the factory, hey guys, keep the counts at this count at all these cases. And I didn't do that. And that has created a delay, an avoidable delay that you guys are all affected by. And so again, I take responsibility for that. That is my fault. And I wanted to apologize for that. And anything in the future, any issues that happen in the future, I'm doing my best to make sure there aren't any, but it's on me. So please do not hesitate to reach out to me about anything that you're unsatisfied with, or if you have any questions or concerns. I'm trying to do my best to communicate with you guys on a regular basis, but know that I am making no excuses for anything in the past or moving forward. And I'm going to do everything I can to ensure that, fewer mistakes are happening in the future. So that said, I do want to give you a quick shipping update. So all the casing, all the repackaging is done according to the factory. They've said everything is finished. The only thing they're finishing now is the all-in boxes. And there was, again, a misunderstanding. Earlier, I wanted them to do labels for all of you. I wanted those cases to be pre-packed and pre-labeled so that those cases just arrived at the warehouse and they would just be able to just ship them out right away. Sorry, there's a dog with noise attached to the background. It's okay. It's okay. So I realized, talking with the factories or the warehouse, the fulfillment centers, that even that wasn't the best idea. So they preferred that I just ship them the all-in boxes, and then they handle the logistics of that. They print out all the labels. So that's what they're doing. But there was also a misunderstanding with the factory. When I was getting those 12 all-in boxes to Germany for the trade show, they thought that only the games were going to be in that all-in box. They didn't realize that you guys also got the upgrade tiles, and you also got the card boxes for the starter set, and you also got the poker decks, those metallic poker decks and things. So they hadn't packed those in those 12 boxes, and they hadn't packed them in anything. So that's one thing that they had to go back and repack. And from what I understand, that was all done Friday night. So come Monday morning, which will be Sunday night for me, they should be ready to palletize everything, meaning putting all the stuff on pallets. I've given the factory a list of where everything goes to our warehouse in Asia, to our warehouse in Europe, to our warehouse in the US. So they know every unit count for those areas. They're going to put all that stuff onto pallets. They're going to give me the dimensions and weights of the pallets. And I have a freight forwarder waiting for me right now to give them that information so they can work up a quote and I can approve it and we can get these things shipped out. So we're getting there. We're very close. That's the status of that. The prototypes for we talked in this two last things. We talked about prototypes for I talked about the machine, that expansion, that free expansion that converts the whole game to a co-op. So I got, for those of you in the US, there's the Game Crafter, which creates prototypes of things, and you can actually order the games, and they'll make them made to order and have them delivered directly to you. I had them produce and ship to me the prototype of that. That should arrive next week. I look forward to opening it up and trying it out, just to see if everything works, to see if the pieces, the assets work. We've already tested the game. It works great. So I'm waiting for that. In the meantime, I'm writing the instruction manual. I'm almost finished with that. So this month, November, everything should be ready for that. And when it's done, what that means for all of you is you'll be receiving a DIY, a do-it-yourself pack, as a download link. So you'll be able to download the files, print them out, and play this co-op version. Or if you're in the US, you can go to the Game Crafter, or you can use those files at any prototyping service that you have in wherever you are, to have them produce the prototype, which is it's as good as the game itself. Okay, so that it's there for you. So you'll be receiving that download link as soon as it's ready. And finally, I lost. I had this up, and I did not realize that it closed down. But I've been working on a little update for Tabletopia, and this is something that has been long in the process. I put it off for way too long. But basically, I wanted to provide not just the updates of the artwork onto the Tabletopia game, but I also wanted to remove the standees. So I wanted to replace them with actual miniatures, the actual miniature models. The problem is I'm not a modeler. I'm not a sculptor. I'm not a texture guy. Modeling is not something that is my forte. I don't know anything about it. So I had to learn it. So I spent all yesterday basically glued to my screen, studying tutorials and things on how to import models and skin them and everything. And so I just kind of want to show you briefly what I've done. So I'm gonna share this screen here. Here we are, just so you can see. As of right now, I have the Leroy gang all modeled, and they even have the little identifiers on the little notches, and I have the lawmen. So these guys are good to go. Now, there is one issue. Let me see if I can fix this. This needs to be unlocked. You're seeing this live, guys, live. Is this going to work? All right, perfect. Okay, cool. That works. All right, so you're going to have the new artwork tiles in there, and you're going to have actual 3D models. So that is something that I'm very excited to release. And I know a lot of you guys are like, we don't care about the 3D. We want the actual physical game. I get it. I understand. But what this means is now moving forward, now that I get it, like I'm churning out these minis, I can actually add all the expansions and those minis to the game. And I'm looking into it, but I believe that Tabletopia, if they don't have it yet, they're going to be releasing, I believe, and I got to confirm it, but they'll be releasing like a VR system where you can actually like put a headset on and like move guys around with your hands. So my thought is that'll open up an ability for everybody to play with anybody, no matter where you are in the world. And I look forward, personally, I look forward to playing with all of you on that. So those are the quick updates, quick housekeeping, like I said. And now I want to get it to you. I wanted to get it to you guys. So we have in the comments, Robert just got here. That's all good. And he says, okay, I may have missed it, but where are they shipping from? Also, do you speak the language they are shipping from? And if not, are you using a translator service? Just curious. Yeah, so I've been studying Chinese. I've been obsessing about that, and I'm getting all right with it. But they do speak English. So our communication that way, it's not a language barrier. It is a communication issue. And it's me presuming that people understand what's in my head versus getting out there and explaining it. But they are shipping from Jiangsu, which is a territory in China. So when these ship out, I'm still aiming for a delivery date of Christmas. A lot of you guys might get it before then. Some of you guys might get it after, just because of the geographics. Like I think Asia Pacific will probably get it first. The guys in Australia will probably get their deliveries first, and then probably after that it'll probably be Europe. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's that. So first in line is Pierre. Pierre, are you ready to have a talk? Here we are. How are you, sir?
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Well, actually, not any question. It's just how will you send them to France? Because I'm in France, actually.
Sure.
So
yes, is that the question, or sorry to cut you off if you had something else.
What?
I didn't mean to cut you off if you were saying anything else.
Well, actually, I'm just wondering what will be in the next shipment, because I already have received 2 boxes of the original game, and I wanted to know what's next now, because
yeah,
we don't know really. I didn't follow the old.
Gotcha. Okay, and are you all in? Did you back all in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything
so yeah, so your games will be shipped out from our warehouse in Germany. I think it's Leipzig, Germany. So I think I don't know. I didn't take that class. But we do have a warehouse in Europe. They fulfill everything in Europe. They're fulfilling all the stuff in the UK as well. So for everybody that was all in, you're gonna get the Leroy Gang. Oh, no, not Leroy Gang. You're gonna get the Jenkins Brothers, Monco and McCat, the Los Hermanos. You're gonna get the Bushwhackers, the Blood Creek Bushwhackers. You're gonna get Father Franklin. You're gonna get the Bandero Blondes. You're gonna get Grizzly Greenwood. You're going to get the Marketplace expansion. You're gonna get the upgraded tiles. You're gonna get the expansion loot cards. You're going to get a deck of poker cards. You're going to get the boxes for your starter set cards. And you're going to get a minis crate. And all that will come in a big box.
What just a minute. I had an issue. It's my wife's phone that's ringing.
Oh, you're fine.
I had an issue in one of the 2 boxes. The minis were badly printed. So would it be possible to have the picture to reprint them?
So something was damaged in the box?
Some of the minis were not printed right. They're missing.
What was wrong with them?
Maybe some arms missing, some weapons. Yeah.
Okay. Can you take a picture of those and send it to me?
Well, I didn't see it because I didn't open it when I received it, but I offered it to my brother, and he's not there. So I don't know. I don't know when I will be able to see that.
Okay, well then what I'll do is I'll send you another box, another starter set.
Oh, I didn't want to. I just wanted to know if it's possible to have the STL to reprint there, maybe.
Well, I have spare minis just for this purpose, but we have a lot of stock of the starter sets. So
Okay.
I'd like to solve that problem. Plus, you may who knows, maybe somebody will rip a card or something. Maybe a character sheet will get wrinkled. I have your information from your backer information, so I will make a note. Can we make a note with him? And we'll make sure that we'll send you a starter set, and we'll see if that doesn't fix all your issues. And if you continue to have issues, just reach out to me, okay?
Yeah, thank
you.
All right. It's very nice.
You bet. Is there anything else?
Actually, not. I'm very pleased with that game. I love that game. My daughter also loves it.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. I hope you really enjoy with the expansions. You're gonna love it.
I'm waiting for Father Franklin.
Oh, he's now I gotta warn you, he's a glass cannon. Like he's very scary looking. But I just played him. The last time I played him was at our family game night, and Jason and another guy decided to team up on me and killed me in round 2. I was like, we just got here. Like, what am I supposed to do now? I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go drink. But he's fun to play. But you want to make sure that you keep him back until you have a good hand to attack with. That's gonna be my little tip for you. But stay in touch. Shoot me a message, and so I can keep track with this. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Pierre. And feel free to stick around. But I'm going to bring some other people in, and then maybe we'll do a panel if you have the time or whatever.
I may have to leave because I think my wife's calling me.
All good. Go to the missus. I'll talk to you soon, Pierre. Take care. That's right. Darren, you there, buddy?
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Thanks. Not bad. So I just want to sort of just say well done, really, to be honest with you, Dwight. I think you've handled all this really well. Any issues that people have had, you've resolved quite quickly. And going back to the guy you were just chatting to, I had a damaged mini in my box, and you replaced it within a matter of weeks.
I wish I could have replaced it sooner.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it just goes to show you're there, you're supporting people, you're doing what you promise, and I've had other Kickstarters where they just haven't. They've just gone quiet, they've gone silent, and you've never heard from them again. But you've actually kept up the communications, you've just kept everything going, and, no one's been without information.
Yeah, I it's all I got. I mean, I appreciate you taking notice. I have a long-term plan with High Noon, and I anticipate. I got some people asking this question in the chat about what's coming next. Is what's happening in the future? And the fact is I have a lot in store for the future. But if I lose you guys. Like if the reputation of High Noon is that we basically left everybody in the dust, there is no future for High Noon. You guys are the future of High Noon. So it's my job to make sure that you guys are made whole, and not just made whole, but that you guys feel like this is a good experience. I want to make sure that you guys are proud of being a part of it. So thank you for trusting in me and giving me a chance. Are there any issues? I don't know. Any thoughts?
No. I mean, everything else has been absolutely fine. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't the biggest backer. I mean, I got the starter set, and I've ordered a couple of card holders, I think it was, and just a couple of other things. But no, I mean, the fact that you're sort of keeping everyone updated, I just wanted to, blow your trumpet, really, and just say keep up the good work. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate it, because this game kept me going in one of my darkest hours. And now you guys keep me going. Now the game is out. We have if you I'm gonna put you back in the lobby, but if you want to stick around for a little bit, we can jump back into a panel.
All right, cheers, thanks.
All right, take care. So we've got a couple of comments, and by the way, guys, if you want to join in on the panel, and I wasn't anticipating anybody would show up, but if you do want to jump in, there is a link to join, and there's it's very simple to follow and jump in, and like I said, have a one-on-one conversation. That's why I'm here. The last thing I want you guys to think is that I'm hiding, because that's not what we do. When do you expect expansions in retail game stores? We've been, as soon as they arrive in the warehouses, as soon as they arrive in the fulfillment centers, that's when we can really have a serious conversation with the retailers. I wanted to have this ready for an announcement, but it's not final. I don't want to talk about things that aren't final anymore. But there is something deep in the works to get this game all over, at least the US in retail stores. So we're almost there. I just got to tie up a few loose ends with it. But it would be around the time that you guys, ideally, it'd be around the time that you guys get your expansions. That's when we would have them. Is there a list of stuff that is coming with the all-in? I would love to see that list along with the things, like you just explained with the co-op needing to be. Okay, so what you can do is you can, if you could put this in the link, if you could put this link in the comments, we have a shop, the High Noon shop. People can still pre-order there, but it's shop.highnoongame.com. And if you go there, you'll see everything that we've produced so far. And that is what everybody who got the all-in gets. So if you want to see what these things look like, you can go there and you can see the full list. I haven't added anything else because we haven't produced anything else. So that would be the best way to look at the list. Let's see. Somebody says, we want zombies in High Noon. Okay, so at some point in the near, we gotta play test it, but I've got this. It's going to be a module, much like the machine module, and it's called High Fever. And High Fever basically any posse that you have, and you remove all the sub characters, and you're just the leader guy. And so everybody at the table is the leaders of their posse. And the premise is that you guys are all shooting it out in this town called Purgatory, which is on the map. If you look at the map in the starter set, you'll see where it is. But it's where all the supernatural stuff happens. And so you guys are all gunning at each other for your own reasons. And then as your men die, the blood of the battle seeps into the ground, and it causes the dead to rise. And so you guys find yourselves surrounded by zombies, and you're forced to work together to set aside your differences. And yeah, that's it. And work together to escape Purgatory. But at the same time, you start the game with a secret mission, and that secret mission almost always invariably backstabs somebody at the table. So at some point toward the end of the game, you will be betraying each other, and in keeping with the vein of High Noon. So we will have zombies, and with that module, we'll have a way to have those zombies as your own posse. You'll be able to play them in a regular game. But the introduction to them is that co-op. Chris says, hello, what's up, Chris? Glad to have you. Old man yelling at cardboard says, what is the second floor of the saloon made of? Oh, it's made of the same polystyrene as the bottom floor. So all this set, if you played the game at our trade shows and you got to play with the prototypes, what you'd see is, and you know what, I'm going to bring Pierre and Darren back because you guys have been hanging out. So feel free to be here. You don't have to be here, but feel free to be here. I will mute you though. If you want to talk, you can unmute. So all of the tiles are polystyrene. In the prototypes, they're cardboard. That's what you would see. but they are otherwise polystyrene. So that's what that will be made of. And then there's these clear stands that that hold it above the bottom floor. We have somebody saying, "Is that Bronco Billy and Smoke'em Holcomb are this whole time?" Yes, that's who they are this whole time. That's who that Facebook user is, I imagine. We know you, Billy.
Yes.
Any chance the co-op expansion will get fully produced? Yes, yeah. The plan is that anything that we produce for High Noon will ultimately become a retail item. So it will become a package that will hit retail. It'll have the actual model. Like right now, the Old Man Games thing is it's like a standee. It's like one of those skinny minis. If you've seen those, they're like clear plastic standee. But you're also going to get, you will get the STL file that you can print yourself, and you'll have it. But outside of that, we will produce the actual set. And if you're all in, if you win all in, you will get that set. That will be shipped to you when it gets produced. I don't know when that's going to be though, because right now I have to focus on what's right in front of me, and what's right in front of me is getting what we've already produced to you. At some point here in this year. I'm able to now, given that there's not a lot I can do when the factory is when someone's on a boat, I can't like get on the boat and push it. So I'm using that time to do these other things like the upgrade to the Tabletopia game, and these other like little things. I know they don't seem like much to a lot of people who just want the games, but I'm trying to make the best use of the time that I have to produce, things of value for you when I can't, when all that stuff is out of my control. All right. So that's what we have so far in the comment section. I don't want to hold anybody longer than necessary. Darren and Pierre, I appreciate you guys coming on board. Did you guys have any last thoughts, or you good to go? All right.
No, just keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a good day. And I do want to say, anybody out there, if you are having any issues with the game, if you're having, if you have any complaints, please feel free to forward them to me. I check my Facebook regularly. I've got the messenger on my phone, so I see it all. And you can shoot me an email. That's dwight.cenac@highnoongame.com. But the best way to reach me is through Facebook Messenger. So if you, I don't hide. I'm not hiding from anybody. So if you have anything you need, reach out to me and I'll take care of it. And then if I do get a team, then I can start delegating. But for now, you're talking to me. So come talk. All right. Well, that was that. I just wanted to thank you guys for coming on the stream. Thank you everybody for participating. I love you all. I'm always here for you. And until then, I will hopefully see you soon when the games arrive. Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.